Ahoy, boys and girls! I'm your captain, Stephanie Wong, customer engineer here at Google, and today here's my skipper,
Jonathan Cham. Ahoy, mateys!
Ahoy! All right, Jonathan, where are we going to be traveling to today?
We are taking an expedition and journey through the Vison API.
All right, well, we got 5 minutes, and we're going to go off and set sail.
See you in a bit.
All right, Stephanie. Well, love the boat references. Let's jump right into it. Cloud Vision API. I think the concept's very simple, right? Provide an image, and Google Cloud will give you a lot of context around what the image is. I think what most people don't know is just the amount of breadth that the Google Cloud Vision API is able to provide in terms of object detection, face detection, sentiment detection, kind of faces. Does a lot of different things that many other I guess APIs don't do, and it's just due to the thought leadership we have around machine learning and being able to classify a lot of these images. Let's jump right into how do we use Cloud Vision API. I have a really simple example. I've uploaded an image of my daughter, and I mean, I talked about how it can detect faces. It can gives you a lot of information around what the face looks like, provides a label, clothing, provides information about where in the web that this image might be present in. There's some properties, the color properties, and it will determine if this is appropriate, right? If adult material or whether there's information that is violent in the image, and obviously with the JSON output. But let's think about what if you needed an API to do this, right? A lot of this is usually automated, and we'll kind of quickly go over how to use the Vision API using the API key and the command line. If we jump right into Google Cloud Platform Console, this is your console. What you would first do is for your Vision API, search for Google Cloud Vision API. And the first thing you need to do is enable the API. Right now, it's already enabled. You can see that I've already done some work with the API. Once you've enabled it, you need to create credentials. I actually won't go to the credentials page because it'll show you all my API keys, but you go to the credentials page and you create a new key, and you take that key and you basically do an export. So you can basically do something like export API key equals, and then you put in the API key, something like that. Now, once you've exported the API key, you can run a command line using just using the REST APIs that we provide. And what we have here is we have a couple examples. So in this example, what I'll do is I'll show you the JSON that I've created. And what we'll do is we'll take this image that is in here, which is actually the same image that I uploaded into this Google Cloud bucket. I uploaded this image in the Google Cloud bucket, and I've defined some of the parameters that the JSON requires for us to use the REST interface. And what do we want to look for? We want to do label detection. Now, what I'll do is I will also cat out the script that I'm running, which is a curl, right? And it's sending this JSON to this API link, and it's got my API key. So if I run this, what you'll see is that it should spin out an output, and it's took that image and spit out, clothing, costume, outerwear, textile, tradition. That's great. I mean, this is exactly what we're looking for, right? Let's say we wanted information about where this was on the web. What I'll do is I'll show you the JSON output that's required for that. And you can see here that basically same image, and except now we want to do web detection. With the web detection, we'll run a very similar, basically the same request. And if you look at the script, it's actually exactly the same thing. What I'll do is I'll run the web sh, and it spit out a lot of similar images on the web. You can see that it's finding things like a kimono, geisha, and I think that's pretty accurate for what my daughter was wearing. Anyway, that's a real quick overview of how to use the Vision API. Hopefully that was helpful.
All right, that's it. Wasn't that incredible?
Easy enough. Managed to make it through without hitting any icebergs.
No icebergs today.
All right, Jonathan, great job. Until next time, let's set sail off to the next Take 5.
All right. Aye, Captain.
Aye, aye.